Saturday is considered moving day and you can play along on the SG Tour. It's a one-day stroke play competition where you select a team of 4 players to shoot the lowest scores of the day. Will you make big moves? Download the SG Tour Golf Gaming app on iOS now. We are on to the final part of the tour report this week for the Wyndham Championship, and it's the Dark Horses with Jay Kaplan. I'm just a little bit distracted by the fact that you completely ripped off my Sedgefield Country Club background.
The difference is mine's actually a sketch that I did while you were recording with Elk. So mine's like a pencil sketch. So hopefully you're impressed by my attention to detail.
Wonderful. Right. Well, we're going to dive into our dark horse picks for the Wyndham. Now, as we've talked about, that FedEx Cup number is the everything this week. And it's definitely the motivating factor for a lot of our dark horse picks, if not all of them. And you're going to kick off with your guy who's sitting at 131.
Right on the edge. We've been on this wave of selecting FedEx Cup border dudes, and this is a border dude in 2 ways, Diane. He is at 131 on the FedEx Cup ranking, and he's Canadian, so he's north of the border. And I like picking these Canadian players. In fact, this guy's been playing very well as of late, and I would like to take credit for him because I nabbed him about 5 weeks ago as my dark horse. And although he didn't totally perform, I feel like I gave him some good vibes, and now he's really paying off for me. So I'm going back to him. I love this guy, and I love him at Wyndham. In 2020, he shot an opening round 62. Now, while he did fall by the wayside over the weekend, that tells me he feels very comfortable here and he has a chance. He does come in ranked 76th in birdie average. Not great, not terrible, 96 off the tee, 24 green and reg, but we do have him ranked 5th in form in this very large field. He finished 6th and 16th in his last 2. This dude is on the come up. It's Roger Sloan.
At 100 to 1, Roger has to finish top 15, we estimate, with our calculations, to lock up his card for next year and advance to the playoffs. So the pressure is on Sloaney, and 100 to 1, you just made it into the dark horse, exactly the same as my guy, who at 141 in the standings needs a top 5 finish. However, 2 years ago, he opened with a 63 and he finished in a tie for 6th. I hope that doesn't happen this year, because how gutting would it be for Rory Sabbatini, Slovakia's new golf advocate. Rory Sabbatini.
Golf advocate, okay.
Ambassador.
He's silver medal winner.
There you go.
Rory Sabbatini.
Yeah, he's I actually looked him up on Wikipedia earlier today, and it was like Rory Sabbatini, South African, Slovak.
Diane, he's so unlikable, he can't even find a country. That's how I look at this guy.
Say that. Anyway, he broke the 18-hole Olympic scoring record in Japan in the final round and got that silver medal. He has great form at this course 2 years ago with that top 10 finish, as I said, and he has to do something big this week to lock up his card for next year. So Rory Sabbatini, who's by the way 31st in putting average on tour, it's going to be big this week. He is my dark horse at 100 to 1.
I'm going to throw some added pressure on him. I feel like the underlord of Slovakia will lock him up if he doesn't get his card. So there's probably some extra pressure on his new country. That being said, there's pressure on my guy, Diane, who is a man that's been out on tour for quite some time. He actually has athletics in his blood. His dad was a NFL player back in the late 60s and early 70s. And this is a guy that just seems like he's one of those field fillers. Like every week he's down on the list and he fills the field and doesn't really do a whole lot. But as of late, this fellow is playing really well. He's coming off an 11th place finish in his last event. Comes in ranked 7th in form in our field. His numbers aren't going to wow you, but at 46 years old and 146th on the FedEx Cup rank, he knows it's time to get it going. He's used to being in this spot year after year where he's trying to hold on to his card. I think this guy is going to make a move this week. He's going to have a big week, mind you, to really secure that place. But let's hear it for the one and only Bo Van Pelt.
He's had a runner-up finish this year at the Palmetto Championship at Congaree too, and at 146, he's going to be another one of those guys that'll need a top 5 finish.
And he's 225 to 1 this week in Vegas, right?
Really good. Okay, so Bo Van Pelt is our third dark horse. We have one more guy to add into the mix, and this was courtesy of Elk, who threw a guy in and he's 125 to 1. So I'm like, that fits our dark horse.
That's an improvement. That is an improvement for Elk.
He finished second at the Barracuda Championship, and his numbers are all right. I mean, he's 19th on the whole PGA Tour in scrambling. His FedEx Cup number is 75, so he's completely locked in. But what Elk said was he hit 83% of greens last week at the Barracuda, and Elk was saying, you know, for someone to hit 83%, that's like crazy good on the PGA Tour. So he said hopefully he can take that into this week. And Andrew Putnam at 125 to 1 is Elk's dark horse one to watch. Why are you laughing?
Because you sound not just reluctant to get behind this guy, but you're downright disgusted that you have to take another person's player and vouch for him. That's the tone that you're bringing this week.
Not at all, not at all. Right, well, thank you very much for watching our show. I really enjoyed today because I love the FedEx Cup playoffs and the fact that we've got all these guys who are, you know, flirting with that 125.
Oh, Diane, you can feel the excitement as we get close to playoff time. And you just seem like you are over the moon about this time of year, and I'm picking up on your vibe. So let's see how it unfolds.
Well, just looking at names around the bubble, you've got Matt Kuchar at 124, Bo Hoag at 125, Scott Piercy at 126, Nick Lashley at 127. So these are guys that, you know, that are right there right now and have to move up. We talked about Ricky Fowler, he's at 130, Camilo Villegas at 129. So you'll see if you're watching the coverage this week on TV that they will give the projected FedEx Cup rankings. So it's moving around all over the place, and it's exciting to keep up with before we dive into playoffs with the Northern Trust at Liberty National next week.